Hello everyone, my name is Ken, that over there is Tash, and we are debating stuff again. Tash says he's got a real interesting story, so let's do that thing. Another fucking letter. Did everybody's mail budget get renewed?
Jeez. Take mine with ore. New cooking recipe, algae soup.
Thanks, Clint. Why are you coming on to me suddenly? Like, he just wants everything from me.
Clint, ours is not that kind of relationship, Clint. Oh, fuck.
How the fuck did that happen even?
I don't even know. But yes, I have a very interesting... God damn it, we're just getting void eggs out the arse.
Well, it's definitely not a problem. We might need another mayonnaise maker then. Hello, cows.
Yeah, I've been wanting to get another... I want to get 5 of each cheese and mayonnaise makers.
Well, that's gonna be nuts.
Because we get enough eggs to warrant it.
Hello, Papo.
But the thing is, it needs a shit ton of wood in order to do it. And my main problem with it needing a ton of wood is the fact that, well, to be perfectly blunt, we don't have a ton of wood that we're capable of using. Even once spring comes, I'm going to be prioritizing getting the wood for... Okay, that's strange. For the barn upgrade first.
For ... Because
I want to get the barn upgrade
Hey,
first
holy shit, I got pine tar.
Yes, come bring it back.
Dun 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 dun.
I don't actually have enough wood for this. I don't have enough wood for this. Alright, stick it in with the rest of the resources. That gold rank?
I'm just gonna shove it in the mining chest. No, I'm not. I'm gonna shove it in the purple one. Because the purple one. I'm gonna go hunting for free crap again.
Okay. I'm gonna go down to the whatchamajigger.
I've been really good about the worms as well.
Oh, hey, look, crystal fruit and some... I think it's oak resin.
We need that crystal fruit.
Don't forget to grab the oak resin.
Did the thing.
I have a story. So, as we all know, 2018 has finally upon us. And... well, last night I stayed up late to watch the Sydney fireworks. And Amber had never really seen fireworks before. I'd never seen the Sydney ones especially. Because, well, she's American. She lives in Virginia. So I told her, well, how about this? The fireworks are about 8-ish my time. Wake up at about 7:30. And we'll chat and watch the fireworks together. She woke up quite earlier than that because her bloody dog woke her up. Oh, good, I got a crab. Finally get a crab out of the crab pot. But we got to watch the fireworks. And the fireworks, if you haven't seen the Sydney 2018 fireworks, watch them. They are spectacular. And it goes on for like, I think it's 13, 14 minutes. Like, it goes on for a while. And it's really, really beautiful with awesome music and fireworks and displays. And the Sydney Harbour Bridge does that weird thing where it looks like it's like pouring fire out of it as a stream. It's crazy. I love it. I love the Sydney fireworks, but she'd never seen it, and she'd love them to absolute bits. So we decided, well, because I wake up and it's still the 31st there, why don't we try and find an American stream to watch for running the new year for America? So we're trying to find a New Year's stream, and I can't find a stream anywhere. The only streams I can find are the New York one, who kind of apparently only does a weird ball drop thing, and that's it. So I'm wandering around the net looking for all these different streams, and I can't find any of them. Like, there's even a whole subreddit dedicated to just streams, and every single post is just a shit ton of words that are not a link to a stream at all. So I'm like, alright, well, what the fuck is this then? So she ends up finding one that's streaming, I think it's CNN's coverage of the New Year's Eve celebrations in New York. And so we're like, alright, fine, we'll watch it. Because, well, we've got nothing better to do and we want to see this, because I'm curious about what the ball drop is. And we're watching, and right at the stroke of midnight, the stream crashes.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah,
I think
that was our
just...
general reaction. It's just like, oh, fuck's sake. Because up until that point, it had been quite a stable stream, honestly.
I'm wondering if it just got flooded with, like, bunches of people. Bless you.
Oh, no, it crashed. It completely crashed. Because it was a recording of another person's stream, and we didn't notice at the time. And we searched around, and all we found were just copies of effectively people doing the same thing, recording their screens and streaming this same stream, but this one person stuff. So we jump around for a bit, finally find CNN's official thing, and we didn't actually get to see the ball drop at all. All we saw was the countdown and then people panning over. Oh dear, get me out of here! Get me out of here! Oh shit. Come on. Stop that, you fucking slime. But then we saw all these like cinematic shots of the crowd and so forth, and people cheering to the new year. But we didn't get to see the ball drop, we didn't get to see any fireworks, we didn't get to see anything we were hoping to see. And I just go to her and say, well, I guess 2018 starts as it needs to go on, with complete disappointment.
Just like every year.
And we just started laughing our asses off, because it was just too funny. But seriously, if you want to see a really, really good fireworks display, look at Sydney. In fact, go back and look at Sydney every year. Sydney every year does these incredible fireworks displays that everyone loves, that I loved it to bits.
I was actually watching a bit of that stream.
Every year. I stay up late and I watch it every year. It's so good. What wasn't as good was the lineup that they got. I'm not saying I don't know who half of them were, but I have no clue who half of them were.
Good thing you didn't say that.
Not just not popular culture, but I have never heard of most of these people in my fucking life. I have no clue what they're from. All I know is that they were singers. And they got up, and because it was the anniversary of an old TV show in Australia called Countdown, they were doing all of 80s shows and stuff. And it was actually pretty good. I liked it. Because, I grew up listening to that kind of stuff, because that was the kind of stuff my mom loved. But right at the end, they get fucking Bonzi, which for those of you who don't know who Bonzi is, have you seen that meme of a guy screaming in the air to a country tune?
Oh, yes.
The chick whistling and the guy screaming. The guy screaming in the sky, that guy is Jimmy fucking Bonds, son. The lead singer of Cold Chisel, one of the most iconic and legendary Australian bands of all fucking time. And I'm just, the minute I saw that, I'm going, is that fucking Bonzi? Like, I just couldn't believe my eyes. But they brought him on for the New Year's stream, and I honestly reckon half of it was because of his newfound popularity as the man screaming in the sky. And the minute he came on, chat just went fucking wild. Because I was watching on YouTube, and the chat just went completely bonkers. Everyone basically going, it's the sky screaming man. There.
Yep, sounds like him.
He lived as one of the most incredible rock icons of Australian history, and he will die as the man who is a meme screaming in the sky. That's fucking great for me. But they brought him on, and he did a few songs, and I said it to Amber, saying, hey, look, Bonds, he's on, he's actually pretty good. And they ended with John Paul Young singing his Love Is in the Air, which is a really, really good song. But I didn't like the quip the presenter made about it. He said, I bet more people know the lyrics to Love Is in the Air than the anthem. To which I want to pin him down and try and make him sing the anthem, because I can guarantee you he can't sing the second verse. Because no one can sing the second verse. No Australian knows the second verse off the top of their head.
It just goes a little hazy.
Trained to. No,
okay,
literally.
Tash, make the loom.
I don't have the wood to do it.
How much wood? How many wood do you need?
60. I need 13 more wood.
Shit. Okay, fine.
We'll be getting it in spring, after I get the big barn. But yeah, it was honestly a good time. But I just didn't like that, because I even said this to Amber, like, I guarantee you could go to your mother right now and ask her to try and sing the anthem, and she'd only ever be able to get the first verse out, because that's what we're taught in all of the school assemblies and assemblies for things. All they do is they only ever sing the first verse of the anthem. They never sing the second one. And to be fair, the anthem is honestly kind of a shit tune. Like, I have said this before, and I will say it again, and I will say it to my dying breath. The Australian anthem should have been Waltzing Matilda.
Yes.
Because you can ask any Australian, even me right now, and I could probably sing the entirety of Waltzing Matilda just off the top of my head, because everyone knows that song, and everyone can sing it.
I think people in other countries know that song by now. Are we gonna go to bed?
I don't know. Are we going to go to bed? Like, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do?
There's nothing left to do.
Then to bed.
To bed with us. This is basically what you can look forward to for the stream as well.
Us fucking about.
And a lot of sleeping. And a lot of stories.
Yeah, but genuinely, like, that was one of the best fireworks. And I'll probably say that every year, because every year they get bigger and better, but that was one of the best fireworks streams.
Sounds like it was a little nuts.
I will say this. It was great. What I will say is this. If you are going to watch the New Year's Eve fireworks, watch it one time in Sydney, like on a knoll overlooking the harbour in a hotel room, whatever. Watch it one time in Sydney just to say you've been able to do it, and then don't go back because it's not good. Void mayonnaise, 275. That's not bad. Not bad at all.
Not at all.
Duck mayonnaise sells
also, we got another diamond.
Oh, nice.
We are looking a little thin in the coal department, though.
Yeah, I may have used all our coal.
I'm still, well, that's the last of it.
But yeah, I genuinely say to anyone, definitely watch the stream of it, because in my opinion, it is far superior to actually going there. Because if you go there, you're gonna be bored out your arse for quite a while, and then just kind of nothing will happen.
For 15 minutes worth of fireworks.
Well, here's the thing, the 15 minutes worth of fireworks are spread out over the entirety of goddamn Sydney. So, a lot of what you're going to see a lot of small fireworks off in the distance. Whereas if you watch the stream, or I believe the ABC does a very good stream of it, because that's what we were watching. Because they're one of the ones that doesn't have it region locked. Because a few years ago I was trying to do it with a group of mates, and the stream we were watching was region locked for them, so we had to quickly find one. And I found out that ABC stream is region locked, and I'm ever thankful for that. But they do a very good stream, and they have drones and a whole bunch of cameras on buildings and such like. So when the fireworks go off, you can see it. You can see all the fireworks really well up close as well, because they've positioned all these cameras and such like around the place to be able to give you the amazing views of Sydney Harbour that you need to see the fireworks.
See, this is the thing I appreciate about Australia. Everybody comes together in one point and then like blows up a bunch of fireworks. Here, the entire fucking country gets lit up. Because every single second house is terrifying my poor animals with loud noises and lights and stuff.
Oh yeah. We actually, we watched fireworks when I was a little kid. We didn't have a TV that was connected to an aerial. But eventually we got a TV and a connection to an aerial just for a few things. We watched State of Origin a couple of times, we watched The Muppet Show late at night, and we watched the New Year's Eve fireworks every year. And one of our cats was utterly terrified of all these fireworks, and the other one was just jumping at the screen wanting to catch the pretty lights.
Yep, because they all have personalities. Like, half of my dogs were inside hiding in bed with me. The other half of the dogs were outside barking at the loud noises.
Does South Africa do like a big fireworks display in the capital?
Like I said, it's called the country. No. Because it's basically, the SPCA here has outlawed it, kind of, because so many animals run away and get hurt. But that doesn't stop douchebags from doing it in their backyards.
Yeah, even around here, we got a bunch of fireworks. Weirdly enough, even when the fireworks went off, we didn't get actually a lot of dogs. And keep in mind, this is Australia, and especially where I live, like, every other house has at least 2 or 3 dogs. There's one group in, I know where I live, like down the street from me, that have 6. And
I'm pretty
they're
close.
very loud, they're very barking. But last night, I didn't hear any barking at all.
Because
like,
most people have started tranquilizing their dogs for that time period. I just don't want to drug my dogs.
This group wouldn't do it. They are massively animal rights nuts. That's actually why they have 6 dogs.
I was having like the best giggle last night because Kira has a lot of personality. So the 3 small dogs all run outside. Every time something goes off, they line up because they sort of hide behind each other. As soon as a firecracker goes off, somebody starts barking like mad, and then the rest follow. And the 2 older, bigger dogs just hide in bed.
It's adorable.
Do we need anything from the strange lady?
Ooh, what is a strange lady selling?
A rare crow, a snowman one.
Ooh.
Queen
sure, but I
of
think
the
we might
Gem
have
Sea
that.
painting, a tilapia, a large egg, beer, a tulip, pepper seeds, a mega bomb, roasted hazelnuts, cave carrot, another tulip, and another mega bomb.
Okay. I don't think we need anything. I think we don't have a snowman. I'll check. 1 second, I'll check.
Um,
Go over there and check
no,
to
it's
make
fine.
sure
We
that
have the snowman.
You sure we have a snowman?
Yep.
All right, then we don't.
I'm
need
pretty
anything
sure
from
because I
them.
just bought it.
God damn it!
Can't help it. It's a snowman. It's cute.
You're lucky. I don't think we had it. All right, come here. Come here. Down
Thank you.
Replace this one.
Yay.
Look at it. Oh my God! Wait, stop. Is it? Is he blinking?
It's the snow particles.
Oh, thank God for that. That would have been terrifying.
Yep, I would have taken it off and thrown it in the water.
Can I just say I really like the scarecrow? That is just a reference to House Moving Castle.
It's fine. You can say that.
You don't know which one I'm referring to, are you?
No.
You've never seen House Moving Castle?
I have, but a very, very long time ago.
If you go back and look at the ones on the left, the ones with the coat and the turnip for a head,
Oh.
that is a reference to a character from House Moving Castle who... I can't actually say that because it will spoil the ending. Although admittedly, it does come out of like complete and utter left field and makes no sense.
Well, wasn't
So-
that the entirety of Howl's Moving Castle?
Yeah, they tried to condense 3 books into one movie, and while I do genuinely love it, and I do mean love it, I love Howl's Moving Castle bits. It's one of my favorite films of all time.
They could have done so much more.
They could have handled that plot better. Because like at the end of it, it's like I didn't even know that was a thing that was occurring. So
Seems a little
I do
unfair.
genuinely want to read the books at some point because I've heard they're quite good. I do kind of genuinely want to go read the book at some point because it's a trilogy by oh god, what the fuck was her name? I cannot remember, but it was a Japanese author, and I'm genuinely thinking, all right, maybe I want to try and do it.
Maybe. I did find an interesting. I found an interesting YouTube show.
Oh,
Because I've got a friend that used to work for Rocket Jump, and he co-founded 5 Second Films. So because I was
Rocket
asking
Jump.
him, Rocket Jump Film School, Rocket
oh
Jump.
wait, you mean that that MCN thing that CNanners was a part of for a bit? Mentioned
Rocket,
on a video
yes,
once.
Rocket Jump.
That's
So they've got a new show
My
called
friend loves
Anime.
5 Second Films, by the way.
You do a what now?
One of my buddies loves 5 Second Films, by the way.
I speak to Daniel from 5 Second Films quite often. Interestingly,
Oh, nice.
Rocket Jump started a new show after being dead for the better part of, I think, a year.
Oh.
They started a new show that I absolutely love, and it's called Anime Crimes Division.
Oh, I've heard of that. I actually have heard of that.
I've watched all 3 episodes that are out now, and my god, is it just amazing.
It's funny.
Yes.
I'm just putting scarecrows in random places.
Oh, that's fine too. There will be no crows on our farm.
There will not be crows at our farm.
Hello, the great
I don't
horse.
even know why I'm doing this. I'm just doing it for something to do. I'll put this here.
I don't feel like the horse is much quicker.
Honestly, the horse isn't quicker.
Okay, you
Okay,
got your
no,
little
I don't
gallop
want
for today. Now
that.
go back in your house. Go inside, you fat butt.
Don't call our horse a fat butt.
He's got a fat butt though.
You have a fat butt.
I wish. I've got a flat butt.
Yeah, some women like a flat butt.
Yep, they like me built like an ironing board. Oh man, watch out. Lock up your daughters and your wives.
To be fair, I wish I was built like an ironing board. I'm way too chubby.
No,
And
no
I've got
such thing.
I've got Italian heritage and inherited my my dad's stockiness. So I kind of just look like a hitbox from an early 2000s shooter, just rectangles on rectangles.
Doubt it, but fine.
No, you just me. Don't doubt it. It's accurate. Why do we have a wooden mallet here?
This is our last day of recording this stuff. It's kind of
Aww.
not
It's been a
sad.
good
Fuck,
series
we've
so
done
far.
this for the better part of a year, if not more.
Just 1 year. It's like, hasn't it been longer?
But wait. Well, I started with me in January, and then we already had a bunch of these episodes up. Oh no,
Yeah, it's been
the
over
slime.
a fucking year.
Yep. Longest running Let's Play on my channel.
Oh god, that makes me depressed.
And this was like, because we started talking on Winx's Discord, and you were like, oh, I genuinely love Stardew Valley. And I was like, yes, and I just found the fucking best mod for it, like, ever. Because I was doing a solo Let's Play at that point. And then you were like, oh, okay, should we try out Makeshift Multiplayer and see if it's going to make a good video? And I was like, sure. And then,
Yeah.
basically,
Keep in mind, by
I
this
think...
point, we've been talking. Keep in mind, by this point, we have been talking for probably the better part of about a month. And Kin has a very interesting job that allows him to talk a lot during the day. So he's able to talk to me during most
Yep,
of the
that job is called me being a senior and totally lazy.
That job is called him managing things, and the managing things kind of running fine. So we don't have to do shit.
If I have to actually like put actual effort into my job, I'll be done by Monday afternoon.
But it's very much a case of we'd already been talking, so we're like, you know what, let's try this. We get along recently now. Let's see if we can get along on camera. And it is now 120 episodes late. Well, actually, no, it'll be 100 and probably 113, 114 kind of thing. Because
100 and less.
We had this, yeah, something like that. But it's just been great. This has been legitimately the
But
best.
over
thing
100
I've ever
episodes.
done.
I'm so looking forward to the streams as well.
I'm looking forward to the stream, but the thing is, we're going to have to be very, very strict with ourselves about the stream, because each stream is going to be happening each Saturday, and each stream has to be one entire week of Stardew. We don't have room for changing or doing anything. It has to be a whole entire week. So if we're not able to record that week, we're not able to record the week at all. Like, we've got to be
This is
very
true.
strict about that.
Also, I've semi got an editor for the streams. Winx has kindly offered to download them and like spice them up for me and just snip them up at random points.
Oh, that might be useful.
Well, she has been
But
doing
it'd
that.
be
She's
good
done the
having
entire
somebody-
she's done the entire Harvest Moon stream so far, which I'm pretty happy with.
It'd be good having someone there to be able to just kind of write down timestamps for the stream of like really funny stuff that was happening or interesting stuff that was happening. That way we're capable of splicing it into the finished product.
Just be clever about it.
Yeah.
But okay, as the
Personally,
last
I
episode
can't wait for the
starts.
streams.
No, neither can I.
As the last episode of us doing 1 day per episode, what are your thoughts on Stardew Valley so far, and what are your thoughts on the series?
Okay. I play a lot of farming games. Specifically, just like pixel-based or voxel-based farming games. Easy stuff. Now, because I was a big Harvest Moon kid, like that, everybody goes Crash Bandicoot or Spyro the Dragon or Tekken or all of these games came out of their childhood. This Harvest Moon was the very first thing I ever played, and I think it was Friends of Mineral Town, the PS1 port. And ever since then, I just enjoyed farming games. So this was a big nostalgia trip for me, and I feel like Stardew Valley can actually be the spiritual successor to the Harvest Moon game, specifically with the last one being a little mobile phony. I enjoy Stardew Valley. I think it's much better playing with a friend. I think this should have had multiplayer way sooner than it's probably going to. But it's a simple game. It's not overly hand-holding. The visuals are good. The music is great. And it's just an enjoyable time. I haven't met anybody that says, oh, I don't like Stardew Valley, or it has not been relaxing. It's been so stressful to get through everything.
Right, and your thoughts on the series?
This is still the most fun thing I do with a friend.
Aww.
My
My thoughts on...
like, sorry,
Yeah.
we don't record this weekly like we used to back in the day. But it's absolutely so much fun, and I can start a recording super tired like I did today and kind of feeling sick and iffy, and then always walk away just happy and bubbly and just ready to record more stuff. It never wanted to end, but it has to.
Yeah, same here. For me, I was never a major fan of the Harvest Moon games. I have played my fair share of them. The first Harvest Moon game I ever played was Harvest Moon DS, and I did enjoy the series, and I've been kind of examining the series. But I was never a Harvest Moon person. I do love farming games, and games where you can run a farm, and games where you can be a lumberjack, and a whole bunch of other stuff. But Stardew Valley is kind of, for me, and I did warn my friend Amber about this when I got it. I said, you will lose hours. Not because the game is addictive, but because the game is repetitive in a very good way. What occurs is, especially when you're playing solo, like you play solo, you sit down, you play, you maybe have a podcast or something on, you will just play and play and play because you fall into a rhythm. You wake up, you tend the animals, you water the crops, you maybe run around the town foraging stuff. If it's winter, you go to the mine, you do this, you make sure to give each people gifts each week, that kind of stuff. And you just fall into this repetitive rhythm. And you can lose hours and hours doing that. The first time I played, I think I played for 10 hours straight. Just because I fell into this rhythm and I woke up out of it because I started realizing I am really, really hungry. Why am I so hungry? I only started playing a short bit ago and I looked over and it's 4 in the morning. Keep in mind, I started playing at 10 a.m. And I just had only a couple of short breaks in between and then had this massive spurt of just 10-hour playtime. And I'm going, oh, that'd be why. Just going, okay. This is one of these games, isn't it? Minecraft also does that for a lot of people, and I've always found that hilarious. But for Stardew Valley, I remember reading an article a while back, actually. And it was an article on a statement from, I cannot remember his name for the life of me, and I will actually look this up. Give me a second, creator.
Like how Tash Googles in the middle of a monologue.
Here it is. The creator of Harvest Moon. Not Story of Seasons, I want actual Harvest Moon, please. Harvest Moon creator on his new game, yada 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 yada. Here it is. Yasuhiro Wada is the Japanese developer behind the original Harvest Moon game, and he was the director for quite a while, actually. From memory, he directed almost to the turn of the lost decade, so 2010. He came out a while back, and he basically said that Stardew Valley is the best successor to my series of Harvest Moon games that I've ever seen, and it's better to carry the name on than the new Harvest Moon games were. And I think that about sums it up, really. If the creator of the franchise this thing is a spiritual successor to comes out and said, yeah, this one is way better than anything in the series that I did after I left, that's probably a damn high praise. Like, the God himself has come down and blessed your game.
Pretty much.
And for me, that really sums it up, because Stardew Valley is just super fun. Every one of the mechanics in Stardew Valley feeds into each other and works really, really well. And we'd best get into the bed before the game knocks us out.
Yes, hopefully. Well, none of the tasks, none of the repetitive stuff you need to do in the game feels like it doesn't have a purpose. No.
There's a couple of... I wouldn't agree with that. There are a couple of things that I do feel don't really have that much of a purpose. Particularly getting the heart rankings up with various people, because really all you're going to do is you're going to, on the first playthrough at least, you are going to pick 1 or 2 people to level up that you want to marry and just go for them. Just go for them like crazy and then head off. I kind of agree with you, and I kind of don't when it comes to the multiplayer thing. I think that the game multiplayer works with it a lot better, honestly. But the main problem is that there's a level that you get to in Stardew Valley where your things are automized. So, for example, when you get the super barns, like the highest level barn, so long as you keep feeding it fodder, you are going to have a perfectly healthy animal that will give you milk, that will give you wool, that will give you truffles, that will give you eggs, that will give you whatever you need. And you no longer need to go in there and bother with them. You just go in there, grab everything, do a round saying hello to all of them, and you leave. It takes about 30 minutes in game. The same with watering and so forth. All you really have to do is you have to plant the seeds and maybe put down fertilizer if you give a shit about that. But once you get enough sprinklers, you don't have to do shit. So
That's
there's
true.
this level of automation that you get to. And the same thing happens in a lot of these kind of games and a lot of various other games as well, where there's a level of automation that you get to. And before that level, multiplayer is useful because you have two people with two stamina bars, so you're able to do double the work every day. So you're able to, if you're more smarter than we were at least, plant a shit ton of crops, water them all because you have 2 or 3 people to work with you, all within their individual stamina bars. So one person can do it and drain themselves, and the next person can take over and drain themselves, and the third person can take over and drain themselves, and you can make a lot of money. But once you hit that level of automation, multiplayer is honestly a detriment to the game. Because once you hit that level of automation, like we've seen during our winter months, we get bored very easily because there's distinct lack of things to do once we've hit that point. Kind of high tier end game stuff.
And then you just start grinding through the days.
You start grinding through days, and that's when it really gets repetitive, and that's when it will really wear people down. Like, the end of the game itself is at the end of year 3, but I can guarantee you a lot of people who are more optimized in their playthrough and go rush through it probably don't make it past 18 months. Well, not 18 months in game, about a year and a half in game. Because of the fact that by that point, they have definitely gotten to the end game, they've finished all the stuff, and they're just grinding out days and they get bored and leave. But because of that, I genuinely feel that multiplayer is a detriment to the game after a certain point. Before that point, it's honestly almost required. But after that point, you start struggling to find things to do. As you've seen in winter, both Ken and I have just had days where we're like, fuck this. Like, the last few episodes have been 2 days at a time, specifically because we've completely run out of things to do, other than the normal go around, water crops, water animals, make sure stuff is okay, check the crab pot bundles, stuff like that. Just to grind out the stuff we're doing every day. And because we have reached that level of automation in game, it is now a detriment to have 2 people. Because we're going, all right, what the hell are we going to do? This is why you'll honestly see, this is why you've seen a lot of this series of Kin being in the mine. Because we had Kin go in the mine originally because I was doing a bunch of stuff on the farm. When Kin started going into the mine, we didn't realize this when we had him do it. We didn't realize this until, I want to say, I think it was midway through spring when I tried to. And we realized that your progress doesn't carry over to mine. We don't know, it may actually start doing that in the official multiplayer, and I genuinely hope it does, because if it doesn't, I'm going to be really pissed. But because it didn't carry over, Kin became the mine person, and I became the farm person. So all the resources that Kin gathered in the mine, all the money he made from it, that went into my side of it, doing the farm.
Luckily, everything in this game, like you said, feeds back into it, which is pretty cool, because not a lot of games do that.
Exactly, but the only reason it was like that is because, 1, the mod and the way it works, and 2, because we had 2 people. One could focus on the farm while the other focused on the mine, and we made a lot more progress than we ordinarily would. But you've seen how it becomes a detriment to it, because Kin is now pretty much not restricted to the mine, but because of the fact that we've done so much and we've gotten so much money from 2 people working, we've been able to do a bunch of stuff on the farm and automate it in such a way as, come spring and come our streams, we're just going to be focusing purely on making money, because honestly, at this point, there's very little else to do. We've got to finish a handful of bundles, which all we need really is money to do them, and that's it.
It's pretty much end game.
We're complete end game to the end of, like, it's not just end game, but it's the home stretch of the game, of us just burning through the days constantly. And honestly, I'm thinking that the streams, while entertaining for us, might not be that entertaining to watch because of the fact that we're going to be so heavily on the money. And again, I'm not saying this is a failure of the game. I'm saying this is a failure of the game's genre as a 2-player experience. Because so much of it depends on the fact that you are 1 person with 1 stamina bar. That being said, I fucking hate the stamina mechanic and I wish they'd remove it, but hey. But that's my main issue with it. because of the fact that we've been able to divide up the divide up the labor so easily and so seamlessly. We haven't run into any issues.
No, I don't
except
think.
for us running out of fodder.
Yep, I died a bunch of times, and that's the only time like I've needed the medical attention parts of the game.
Oh yeah, and in regards to the series, I've said this before. I've said this multiple times on multiple things that I've done. Stardew Valley is not only my favorite series that I've done, but out and out the best series that I've ever done. And it's not even on my channel, and I'm really pissed about that.
It's because I'm really weird.
But no, it's not because you're really weird. It's that we work together so goddamn well when it comes to this game. We know what we have to do. We're able to communicate extremely well. And above all else, we're best friends. And we're able to get along like best friends. Like you've seen some of the banter and so forth that we've been able to do. The story time, the jokes, let's be blunt here, the somewhat homoerotic shipping fuel that we give you guys. purely to annoy. Because let's be perfectly blunt here. The ship started as a joke by Winx because we were making fun of her being shipped with Prio. So she started Tashdacat.
And then
so
that just took off. We rolled with it.
We just said, fuck it, we're going to run with this. And now we've got fan art and it's been referenced in multiple series about it because it's just something that we've done because, fuck it, this is so much fun. And because we're best friends, we understand this is the what we're doing. We're doing it for viewers. We're doing it to annoy the shit out of Winx because we kind of co-opted her joke.
Pretty much.
And we're able to get along so well, both on-screen and off-screen. I think we've only ever had one actual argument in the entire time we've been best friends. In the entire time we've known each other, we've only actually had one argument.
Pretty much.
And it's because of that the series has been able to be so great. That and my tendency to ramble on, covering up you having to deal with dogs. That also helps.
That too, yes. Okay, but I think as a nice end to this, thank you guys so much for sticking around for over 100 episodes. It's been real fun.
Yeah.
That
Look
was
forward.
in the middle of a stretch.
What you have to look forward to for the rest of the series, and there's only going to be, if we do it properly like we've been planning to it, there will only be 24 more episodes, because each episode will be a highlight video of the stream that we've done for 1 week in Stardew. So each video of the other videos, as opposed to doing this where it'll be 120 episodes all up, or it would be, you will see 24 more episodes. That is a condensed version of what we've been doing. We are going to try and make it so that you see the best bits, that you see the more entertaining parts, that you see the more interesting parts, and we are going to try and make them all really, really good for you guys. However, do keep in mind, it's going to progress at a much faster rate than we have done so far.
So for all of you speedrunners, get ready. What's happening?
For all of you that like more progress to be made, you'll be a lot happier, honestly. But for us, we're doing this, and this has genuinely been an absolute blast. We didn't think it'd go this long. When I started this, I genuinely thought we'd probably quit at like the 6-month mark and leave it there. But no, it's gone for ages because we just love this game and love hanging out. It's been super fun, man.
We absolutely enjoy it.
Best fucking idea we ever came up with.
Yep. So for those of you who want to keep up with the streams with Tash's channel and so on, all of the links should be down below in the description. It's been a really good series, and I think we've ended it off on a really good note.
Yeah. If you want to be able to see the full streams when they start, keep in mind that we are going to be starting the streams. It may have started already, but we are going to be starting the streams when the official multiplayer support comes out for it. And all we've heard about that is early 2018, and I've heard people talking Q1, which can be anywhere from January to March. Now, my estimation of it, from the way that they've been talking about it, is going to happen towards the end of January and the beginning and middle area of February. So what will happen is that's when the streams are very likely going to start. However, if I get the ability to stream, you're going to be able to see both of our things. So go follow Kin on his Twitch channel and his Mixer channel if you prefer Mixer. Go follow me on my YouTube channel. And if we're able to do it, And if not, by the end of quarter 1 it hasn't come out, we might just say fuck it and do it with a mod for a while. But you will be seeing full highlight videos. That is going to be very interesting because Kin's going to have to edit them down.
Yep,
And
you'll be seeing them real soon.
And a full 7 days takes, I want to say a good 2 hours to do in game. So there'll be relatively long streams. He has to edit down to weekly episodes.
Nah, that'll be fine.
Yeah, it's going to be quite good, I find. But yeah, you should only see about maybe 24, 25 episodes, depending on how certain streams go and what times we're able to do it. But hopefully you guys will enjoy the highlight videos as you have enjoyed the series thus far. We do apologize for those of you who are only just watching. You want to start the series at, I want to say about episode 15 is when all of our audio issues kind of subsided.
Yep.
Because the first few episodes we just had audio issues out the arse and we're not sure why. But for those of you who want to go binge watch the series, start at about 15 and you go from there. You may miss a couple of the earlier jokes and references, but it's genuinely, this is a bingeable series because it just turns into us visual podcasting for a while.
Yep,
and that
from like episode 40.
40 my ass from episode like 1. We were
2.
Because we kind of, there are only so many times you're able to say, I'm mining, I'm farming, I'm foraging, I've found insert item here. So we started visual podcasting as a way to fill the dead air. And I genuinely think it's worked very well because it's just so much fun for us.
That is.
Just fucking about storytelling.
And hopefully it's fun for you too.
I am genuinely going to be sad when this whole series finishes.
Nah, we'll find something else.
We'll find something to play. It's got to be something in full release with an end goal, though, because I know me and Ken have talked a couple of times about games we want to play after this, and all the ones we've come up with so far have all had no end game, so there's no point where we could end the series definitively. So I'm going, all right, well, we need something with an end game.
We do.
Or maybe we just say fuck it and do Stardew Valley again.
Possibly not. Jace.
No, but we do Stardew Valley with a shit ton of mods. We mod it till it breaks.
I think we wanted to originally, but because makeshift multiplayer didn't play well with the other mods, we took everything out.
No, makeshift multiplayer doesn't play well with a lot of the different mods. And that does genuinely annoy me, because I'm like, no, it could have been what could have been. But
specifically with that new expansion mod.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to it all. I'm looking forward to when we're able to kind of just kick the ass of this entire game and finish it off. We get the bundles done. We'll get this, like the end of year 3 done. The one thing that is going to be annoying is the marriage thing, because I don't know what is involved.
Okay, but we'll figure it out.
All they've said is that the marriage between players is going to take a similar amount of effort than marriage between a player and one of the NPCs.
Otherwise, it'll just die alone in-game like it will in real life.
Yeah, we're just going to die alone and childless like we are in real life.
Yeah, you can adopt. I don't want kids.
I can't adopt, man. Single male? No way in hell they'd let me adopt.
We'll pretend to be married. It's fine.
Well, to be fair, at this rate, the only way we're going to be able to get you into Australia is if we forge a marriage certificate.
I need to forge.
Just have you as my husband. Like, as you. Oh, wait, we don't have to forge because Australia got gay marriage. Yes. So, at this rate, the best way to get him to Australia is literally to go over to South Africa, get married, and drag him back on a marriage visa.
Pretty much.
That'd be great.
Okay, and after a good.
I think there's a rule that we have to be married for I think it's 5 or 10 years before you can seek permanent residency. So we're going to be celebrating a 10th anniversary, and we're both going to be in our 40s before you can leave.
That sounds like a fun time. At least I won't be dying alone. I'll be dying with multiples of my pets and yours.
You'll be dying with a fake husband and a shit ton of dogs.
And a bunch of kids. Just everywhere. Okay, and with that, I think we definitely need to call this episode. We've been running on for like 45 minutes. What we basically wanted to say was thank you guys so much for the support and hanging out with us weekly on this. And specifically thanks to Tash for just agreeing to and enjoying jumping into this with me basically blindly, and it's been so much fun.
Oh yeah, this is defined a friendship, this has, and we're gonna be friends for fucking years because of this stuff.
Yep, we might even get married.
Able to just sit there. because we've been able to just sit down and chat and do stuff while entertaining others. And let's be perfectly blunt here, as a way of making content. So this has been honestly an amazing experience, and I can't wait for the streams.
Okay,
Because they
hopefully
are
you
going
guys
to be
out there
hella
also
fun.
can't wait for the stream. So I will see you on Twitch and Mixer along
And
with
if you
Tash.
can't wait for the streams, we understand.
Yeah, I also kind of can't wait for the streams. I wanted to start streaming a while ago. But before this episode becomes an hour-long goodbye, thank you guys so much for watching. That, for the very final time on the recording side of this, has been Tash. I, for the final time, have been Ken. It's been a whole bunch of Stardew Valley. Thank you guys so much for sticking around. And we'll see you at the streams.
And have a very good year, guys. 2018 is shaping up to be a good one so far.
Bye.
Bye.